Breaking news. Sweden denies state aid to Jehovah's Witnesses. Published by avoidjw.org. In highlight, Sweden, next to Norway, the second country now denying or revoking public religious subsidies to Jehovah's Witnesses on the values/democracy criteria rationale. On October 24, 2025, the Swedish Authority for Support to Faith Communities, SST, has rejected Jehovah's Witnesses' application for government funding under the 2024-487 Act on state aid to religious communities. To read the official documents on this matter, JV Sverige Avslag in English, Summary of Sweden's Decisions 2025. As of late 2025, 2 countries have formally denied or revoked Jehovah's Witnesses' eligibility for state financial support under laws that tie funding to democratic or human rights criteria. 1. Norway. In 2022, the government withdrew registration and subsidies, arguing that Jehovah's Witnesses' shunning practices violated members' rights. The Oslo District Court upheld the decision in 2024, but the Borgarting Court of Appeal overturned it on the 14th of March 2025. The state has appealed to Norway's Supreme Court. The final outcome is pending, coming in February of 2026. 2. Sweden. On the 24th of October 2025, the Swedish Authority for Support to Faith Communities, SST, rejected the witnesses' application under the new 2024-487 Act. This is because the SST ruled that the group's membership and shunning policies breach democratic and non-discrimination standards. This decision is active. The witnesses may appeal to the administrative court in Stockholm. Sweden's new law explicitly binds state aid to a faith community's alignment with defined democratic values: non-discrimination, internal governance, member rights. Norway emphasizes equality under law and freedom of religion, but I didn't find as strong a routine of state aid eligibility checks based on internal practices of faith communities, at least not as clearly publicized. Also, some sources indicate that Sweden's stricter criteria, e.g., the Fundamental Values of Society test, have been used to challenge or turn down applicants, such as Jehovah's Witnesses in Sweden's case. State funding of registered faith communities, discussing democratic values in Sweden. Why Sweden is doing this? Sweden's decision isn't just about one religious group. It's about defining what kind of values the state chooses to support with public money. Under the new Act on State Aid to Faith Communities, 2024-487, any religious community that wants government funding must not only meet formal requirements like size or structure, but also demonstrate that it aligns with Sweden's democratic principles: equality, non-discrimination, and respect for individual freedom. The Swedish Authority for Support to Faith Communities, SST, found that Jehovah's Witnesses' internal policies, particularly shunning former members and excluding people based on their choice of partner or sexual orientation, conflict with those principles. In essence, the state concluded that it can't fund an organization whose internal rules contradict the very human rights and democratic norms it's meant to uphold. This marks a policy shift for Sweden. The new law intentionally tightens oversight, moving beyond checking paperwork to evaluating how faith communities actually treat their members. SST's mandate now emphasizes that state support should reinforce, not undermine, the fundamental values of society. By denying funding, Sweden is sending a signal. Religious freedom is protected, but public subsidies come with expectations of transparency, equality, and respect for personal autonomy. In other words, the state won't pay for practices it considers coercive or discriminatory, even when done in the name of religion.